To begin at the beginning. It seems quite apt that I use those words today to start my Jenni's journeys. As Dylan Thomas said in Under Milkwood, it is spring, although it's not quite a nice spring day today, but it is March the 7th and it is the World's Book Day. Now, in these times that we live in, we don't even have to have a bit of paper to be able to read a book, and walking into a library has become a thing of the past. In fact, in 2012, over 200 libraries actually closed. So is reading from a book becoming a thing of the past? Well, thankfully London has a whole variety of bookshops, and today I'm going to explore and find out what's on some of those shelves.
Okay, this is Pleasures of Pastimes. Basically our motto in here is fuck the future, read a book, as Peter Cook would say. And what's the worst job you've ever had?
We are at Word on the Water, the London Book Barge, which is a 1920s Dutch barge that operates as a second-hand bookshop and is one of only 2 bookshops in Britain that sell books off the boat, as far as we know. We're the only one in London.
Hello, I'm in Pinderbreyer's bookshop in Cecil Court, and my favourite book today is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and this is a first edition, which is very, very special, 1932.
This is my map shop. We also sell books. We also have early atlases. If you have a look here in the window, we've got a transparent chart of the heavens from the 1850s. You can look through that to see the stars.
Let's see, it would have to be Bill Body's History of Brooklands, the motor racing, the Invincible Tour book, and I don't know what it's actually called, but the book about Lagonda that's long out of print.
Okay, we're in My Back Pages in Balham. We're right opposite the station, so we're in a great little location. People pass us on their way to and from work. The shop's been here about 20 years, I think, although I've been here a few months. One of the great things about My Back Pages is it's sort of a hub for the community. So, like lots of independent bookshops, people come in here obviously to buy books, but also it's a point at which they can converse with other people. You'll often see customers talking about the books they've bought with each other, and it's just a point of contact. So when lots of other things in the sort of local community are disappearing, it's great to have a space where people can kind of come and get to know each other and build those contacts.
This is one of my favorite books, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. It is a virtual reality sci-fi adventure with more 80s pop culture references, and you can shake a stick at it. Great.
It's on Marriage of Camus and Harmony, which I heard a lot of good about, and it's just some book, history books, a bit mainly, and history, and autobiography of Gibbon, who is very famous for his Declinant for
Sicilian, Mario Puzo. It's about someone with a good heart.
Everything by Chuck Palahniuk is wonderful. If you haven't read him, shocking, hilarious, sort of, he's not constrained by the rules that might prevent other people from talking about things like Jonathan Macon. He's an American, contemporary American author, who's also got a really lovely take. These objects are going to become very precious things. These old, beautiful first edition 7 Pillars of Wisdom by T. Lawrence. I think they're going to become more and more valuable things, not because they're historical, but because they've been precious for 1,500 years, books, and I don't think even in our supreme cleverness in the last 30 years are we going to discover that being rid of them is where we actually want to go. Just because the market wants us to go there doesn't mean we have to go there. We've got a catchphrase here which is we've seen the future and it's the past.
This is a proper book. This is a 450-year-old edition of Homer, both the Iliad and the Odyssey. and it was printed in Basel in 1551, if you want to zoom in on that. And you can see that lots of people have put their names on there, going right back to 1599, 1820. There are lots of ownership notes and annotations, so you've got a pretty good idea of who's owned this book for the last 450 years.